I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to make a new intro. LVG. Hello out there in the land, it's me again, the lazy video gamer, and it seems there can't be a season without mentioning how big is my love for the game Outrun, and also no season where I can talk about the Mega CD, or in today's episode, little episode, about my passion for KI. I'm not a special good player in KI, I'm losing online more than I win. I'm really a noob when it comes to the game. I have my combos that I can do when the opponent just stands still. But yeah, it's not the topic of the game. Why I'm talking about today about this game is on the reason I have this thing. Why is this something special? For that I have to go back. The Super Nintendo was out. It wasn't the cool thing anymore and I sold it. And yeah, I did this a few times in my gaming career, but it was in fact funny in this particular situation. Why? Okay, I worked in a toy store and the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn were the big things out. The new things, the new machines, the big SAM panels on the place, as we say it around here. Okay, but there was this game, I couldn't find it on the PlayStation in the entire mall where I worked, and this was a Street Fighter game. I'm not quite sure, was it Street Fighter Alpha 2 or was it Street Fighter Collection on the PlayStation 1? I'm not quite sure. Wait, it was Street Fighter Alpha 2. Now I remember. Why I remember it? Cause on the Super Nintendo we got the port of the game in our own shop. And I purchased it and purchased, of course, a Super Nintendo again. And you want to play the game on this day. And so I started to play, to buy the games that I owned back in the day, a few months earlier, or a year, something like that, to have a good time and a nice collection as well. And yeah, in another store in my hometown, there was this shop I worked earlier before in my life, and they had some discount games, let me say it that way. And it was only reason that the regular PAL version from our territory, from my country, wasn't available anymore, and they purchased those games very cheap in other countries and imported it, but not by themselves. Here I have a sticker on it and I just realized it. I thought it is in fact the sticker of the Swiss import company from back in the day. It is the real thing. There were several times, for example, the Virtual Boy in Switzerland was sold by a certain company and they put on a little sticker where it was written with a German and French manual. And they were also famous for, in the early days of the Game Boy, to import Japanese Game Boy games. it was a crazy time. Okay, but this other shop store purchased those official imported PAL versions from Spain. And it's very funny, it's really cool that it has only the Spanish text on the box. Also in Britain, they also only had the English text on it. And we're in the German speaking part of Switzerland. We had the version who has English and German, because Austria as well is a German speaking country, and we and Austria had this game in fact in our shops even after it was not allowed to sell this game anymore in Germany, because they had some rules, and it was getting banned from the shop's shelves. I'm not quite sure, was it still on sale if you asked for it, or was it taken out of the shops? There were some things like in the horror movie scene, you could go to a shop and ask for the movie, and he opens up a little box where those films, those movies were in. They weren't allowed to have it in the shelf, but it was legal to sell it, but only if the people asked for it. Okay, and why is it so cool to have it? Yeah, for a Spanish collector, this would maybe be something very, very cool, because yeah, it isn't that bad looking, but also not that. I didn't take great care of it. If I be honest, I treated the module not very, very nice, but it is still the original box with this sticker on it, and only Spanish text on the back. Well, as I mentioned, it has a sticker on it. Why? It comes, of course, with the Spanish manual and in its entire glory, colored as we know it back in the day. But it also had, for the reason, I'm not quite sure, it had a black and white paper sheet manual in it, who looks, if I be honest, not that bad. It is 2 or 3 in A4 papers printed on or copied on. But yeah, it's funny to have this thing practically officially made to sell it on a discount price at the late days of the Super Nintendo in the stores. So I will keep this, of course, in honor. And yeah, put it back in and back into my showcase. Yeah, that was it for this little fireside chat about the Spanish version and how I got it. I really think it's I'm still amazed of the on the fact that the sticker is on, and it's an official import sticker from the company from back in the day. I forgot that totally. I had it in the showcase and just saw this side and never this with the sticker. I totally forgot it, but yeah. What should I say now? More. Feel free to leave a commentary down below. Which is your version of KI that you have still around? Do you have it still in your box? I'm grabbing around something other that I had to purchase it. Why? I'm not quite sure. It was dirt cheap. Just a loose module from the US version. Yeah. KI rocks still today, and the fact that this game was delivered on a black cartridge is amazing, and also the fact that in Japan they don't get this game at all. They got Super Donkey Kong, or Donkey Kong as we call it, Donkey Kong Country, and on the Game Boy it was called Super Donkey Kong Game Boy. The first Donkey Kong Land, the second Donkey Kong Land was called Donkey Kong Land, and the third was Donkey Kong Land 2. So it's completely messed up the timeline of the Game Boy versions of Donkey Kong, but yeah, but they didn't get KI on Super Nintendo or on the Game Boy. It's funny because, yeah, especially in America, the community for KI is so big, it's amazing, and it's not hard to find someone who plays online on the Arcade 1-Up cab or on an Xbox One from America to find at a certain time in the day. But in Europe it's a little bit smaller. It's about a lot smaller with the A1-Up because it's not here and it never will be. So you have to make one of your own. But in Japan, that the game was even banned when it was actual. It's very funny. Yeah. So thank you for your time. Have a great day and have fun with your games.